Hello friends, it's me, and today we are cooking with laundry together. Let's go!
Previously on Food Theory, we showed you that you can in fact cook a meal inside of your laundry room dryer. So, what's on the menu today?
A full dinner, but have we bitten off more than we can chew?
Get ready, friends. Things are about to get steamy. Steamer?
Steamer.
No. I know I can't get out of here. You know I can't get out of here. That's not funny.
So it's a joke episode. Hope that you enjoy. It's gonna be a fun joke episode.
Hello Internet, welcome to Food Theory.
Hello Internet, welcome to Food Theory. Hi.
Where our humor is drier than our cooking appliances. That's right, baby, unconventional cooking is back. Earlier this year, we showed you that it was indeed possible to use your laundry room dryer to cook a steak. And not only steak, but also shrimp and frozen pizza while drying your clothes.
This was an absolute win. Across the board, we made
An entire meal.
while also drying our laundry.
Best of all, I didn't get violently ill after the camera stopped rolling.
So, tummy approved.
Overall, I call that a resounding success. So why not test fate again? After all, the comments exploded with your ideas on other unconventional cooking methods we could test out, which leads us to today. Today, we're not just cooking all higgledy-piggledy and throwing random food products into a dryer. Today, we have a goal. We are creating a full-on multi-course meal complete with steak, seafood, vegetables, and even some dessert. And all of it prepared with no ovens, no stovetops, and no sanity. In this episode 2 of our unconventional cooking series, we are asking the ultimate question. Can your laundry room become your kitchen?
Can your laundry room become your kitchen? Why?
If the dryer managed to replace the oven, could you maybe replace your stovetop with a hot iron? Your sous vide machine with a wash machine? Your steamer with a steamer. They're named the same thing. And of course, today also marks the return of the dryer. In the biggest swing of them all, could we possibly make a delicious cold dessert like ice cream in a home appliance known for its heat? What are we waiting for, friends? All my home appliances aren't gonna ruin themselves. Let's get cooking. So in charting out our
Let's get cooking!
multi-course meal, we wanted to make something that Gordon Ramsay would be proud of. In total, we wanted to make 5 separate items: a nice seared steak, sous vide scallops, steamed green beans as a side dish, freshly churned butter, and a delicious
ice cream
dessert. Because they would take the longest, we decided to start with the last 2, ice cream and butter. And to help
his target is to impress Gordon Ramsay. Yes, the chef Gordon Ramsay.
help us down the path of culinary excellence, we brought back out none other than our trusty dryer. But how do you make foods that need to be refrigerated inside of a device specifically built to heat things up? Well, you turn off the heat. Dryers have tumble cycles with 0 heat, meaning that all you're gonna be left with is a bunch of churning action. And what things do you need to churn? Butter and ice cream.
I think this was Stephanie's excuse to not get me to buy a milkmaid costume and a full-on butter churn for the rest of the day. I feel like this is a gift that the internet did not need. This is.
Please, editors, do something.
I don't know if the shake weight gesture is any better.
Just stop that one. Let's blur this whole episode, please.
So after dislodging
just blur the entire episode. It's like, what?
Steph from that opening shot,
I feel like I watched an after-school special warning against this sort of thing.
it was time to tumble. But we couldn't just throw the ingredients in, we needed a plan. Luckily, Steph came prepared.
So we got 2 bottles of butter ingredients. It's heavy cream and salt. And then we've got a couple of extra little gadgets here to help agitate the butter as it's tumbling around in the dryer. And then we were like, let's use some nuts, like nuts and bolts.
Yeah.
But we didn't have any of those. These are just like little ratchet pieces.
You could say that this shoot is
It's so ratchet.
Darn it, sorry, I thought I'd turn this thing off. Hello? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Sure, I'll make sure it doesn't happen again. Sorry, that was 2014 calling. Apparently they wanted their slang back. But don't worry, there were plenty of bad puns to fill that absence.
So yeah, Matt is a dad. Dad pet, dad jokes.
On set had a nut allergy, so we couldn't use those.
You could also argue that We already agitate people enough.
These are terrible. All of these are terrible puns.
That they are. So with the butter all loaded up, it was time to prep the cream.
Since I'm a big ice cream guy, I'm like, can we get dessert coming out of a dryer? I don't know, but we're gonna test it out. So I think we've all done this in school at some point, where you pour in salt.
Editor notes, I never did this in school, so don't feel bad. To be honest, I've never tried it before. I'm sorry.
Into the ice. When you do this in school, you just kind of like take it around, toss it around for hours on end. I'm like, can a dryer actually do that? My expectation actually is that the churning motion of the dryer is gonna pulverize the ice, actually making it surround the cream and making it cool faster.
I'm a little doubtful of this. I think at best we get milkshake, but we'll see.
With that, it was time to close it all up and set it to tumble on air dry. Remember, no heat.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh. Oh, it's really clunking around in there.
It's just like when you throw your shoes into the dryer, you know?
Yeah, but your shoes aren't full of liquid.
Oh!
Good point. The thing is
point.
shaking so much it's gonna fall off. I would say do not try this at home, but reserve your judgment until you do this at home. That's what I would say. I don't know if this is gonna work. We don't test this stuff in advance. We get one shot. Gonna find out. See you in 40 minutes.
With those tumbling, it was time to prepare the steak. Last time we did an experiment like this, we proved that cooking the steak in the dryer actually resulted in meat that was surprisingly tender and edible. However, it did lack one thing, a nice hard sear. There was no crust on the outside, which meant that there'd be no way for you to mistake this beef for being cooked on the grill or a cast iron skillet. And if you're gonna have any hope of fooling your friends into thinking that you didn't just cook them dinner in the place where you wash the skid stains off your undies, you're gonna need to find a way to fake it. So this time, instead of cooking steak in the dryer, I decided to look elsewhere in the laundry room. The clothes iron.
Why limit yourself to just the dryer? Because at this point, you've got yourself a whole laundry room full of cooking instruments. Or at least potential cooking instruments. We're gonna find that out today. So, why not cook it on a cast iron? This has got to cook something, right? It's a hot piece of metal.
Last time we only used the thinnest sliced beef to ensure that it was gonna cook all the way through. This time, we weren't pulling any punches. We got some nice double C thick steaks to really put this one to the test.
Thick.
Gonna matte pat the steak. It's all nice and dry, nice and clean. Our other mistake from last episode was we didn't do enough seasoning and everything, so I got my salt and pepper. Because really, let's be honest, at the end of this cooking, we really want the flavor of the meat to speak for itself, so just, a light dusting. Knead them into there. Do a quick flip. Last but not least, gotta make sure that you non-stick cooking spray your cooking surface, which in this case is this guy. So here we go. I'm a little bit nervous about this. Let me hold it away from my face. Ready? 3, 2, 1. No. Totally fine. So irons can actually get between 350 to 420 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius. There it is. So
Thank you so much for including both degrees Celsius and degrees Fahrenheit for your audience to watch. Thank you so much. Thank you.
really, that should be hot enough to give us a nice solid sear on the steak, but there's only one way to find out. Just press it in. Ready, here we go. 3, 2, 1. That sizzle. Hear that crackle, Yossi sound guy?
He did, and he wanted me to tell you that the appropriate word is sizzle. Crackle is what your microphone does when it's going on the fritz, you dum-dum.
Oh.
It works! I love cooking with laundry equipment.
Little did past MatPat know that it wasn't gonna go all that smoothly. We'll just let past MatPat enjoy this moment of blissfully ignorant victory while it lasts. But really, it was a big victory. Cooking the steak this way felt faster than a normal pan sear, and it also felt like I had more control. I could tell exactly how much the steak was cooking without letting it get overdone.
It's a steak Gordon Ramsay would be proud of.
Not true. He'd burn it in a fire and then call you an idiot sandwich, but sure, keep living your truth, man. But while Gordo might not have been proud of me,
Making Gordon Ramsay, yes, Chef Gordon Ramsay proud.
at least someone else was.
Hey, bud. I'm cooking a steak using a laundry iron.
Whoa.
Right?
Wow.
Isn't that weird? Yeah, this is used to... Yeah.
Okay, so my
Yeah.
4-year-old thought it was weird too. Fine. Well, forget them all, because I was about to cook the meat to a nice mid-rare in 4 minutes.
Oh, this is so good. You would never know. You would never know. I love this episode. I love this channel. So good. Forget your cast iron skillet, just use your laundry iron skillet. Wonderful. Done. No matter what else happens today, Definitely got 1 W in the bank.
So we had the turf,
What do you
now it
mean?
was time for the surf. I wanted to see how far we could push the envelope. So instead of just using the iron again to sear some scallops, I decided to go for a more sophisticated cooking technique, the sous vide. Yep, it's laundry room cooking's first foray into specialty French techniques. If you're not familiar with the method, it's designed to be a slow cooking process in which food, usually meat, gets placed inside of an airtight bag and then submerged in warm or hot water. The heated water helps to preserve the elasticity of the meat, keep it from drying out, and slow cooks it for a longer time to ensure it's 100% tender on the other end. I don't even have a sous vide in my kitchen, but sure, let's retrofit the laundry room to do the work for us.
These are beautiful scallops. This is gonna be a waste. This is not.
I just love it that Stephanie, her first impression was like,
Gonna work. I'm putting my money right now. These are amazing scallops. We will not get to eat them. I'm just, there they go.
The average sous vide has water temperatures between 120 and 185 degrees Fahrenheit, or 48 to 85 C. That's
thank you so much for including both degrees Fahrenheit and degrees Celsius. Thank you.
pretty warm, actually much warmer than most home washers, where the hot water is going to range from about 90 to 130 Fahrenheit, or 32 to 54 Celsius. Luckily, you'll notice that there's that small sliver of overlap, 120 to 130 degrees Fahrenheit. And wouldn't you know it, but the recommended sous vide temp for scallops is right there in the middle at 127. So we cranked up the hot water heaters and Steph wished the scallops bon voyage.
Goodbye. Goodbye, scallops.
Bye-bye. Take care.
45 minutes later, it was time to check the results.
Should have the SpongeBob, the SpongeBob SquarePants, the voice. Sorry. 45 minutes later.
They're in there. So we're here with our scallops, which all decided to take a swim. They did not stay in the bag. So I'm just gonna go fishing for some scallops.
And when Steph says that they went for a swim, they literally went for a swim. The scallops had managed to escape the bag and wound up floating around the bottom of the drum. But while they were spin cycling around, something magical happened.
Wow. Oh, you know what? They feel like kind of firm. I don't want to test this, but it looks like it might actually be cooked.
Oh.
Bland.
And with
Cooked! It's cooked!
that resounding praise, we were able to get a big old green check mark next to the scallops. Can you sous vide in a wash machine? Absolutely. Provided that you're also comfortable with your clothes smelling like shellfish for the next 10 loads of laundry. True story, that. Anyway,
Okay. I'm sorry, my pet. I'm sorry, Stephanie. I'm sorry.
all that was left was a quick visit out to my ironing board for a finishing sear.
So now that I've proven that you can sear some steak using an iron here, Stephanie actually got done with the scallops in the sous vide washer, and they look great. They're nice and firm, they're awesome. The one thing they're missing though is a nice solid finishing sear, right? So they sent me to do the job, and boo! What did you?
Let me try. And boom! 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 I'm sorry.
You do today? Yeah, I did the laundry, you know, seared some scallops simultaneously. Maybe this will be
At the same time, simultaneously.
become the Theorist small plate restaurant where we serve you everything cooked using laundry equipment. How's that sound? Would you guys come to that? If we opened up a pop-up restaurant somewhere and we're like, hey, come to the Theorist HQ restaurant. Would you come? Let me know down in the comments below. Because let's be honest, who wouldn't want to try this stuff? Like
come
I
on.
said, who wouldn't want to try the stuff that I just dropped on the ground?
Come on.
Perfect. Onward to the rest of the meal.
While a meal of only protein is given lots of those cool keto caveman vibes, you have to listen to your mom and get your veggies too. That's why no complete dinner is ready without a nice side dish. Specifically, some nice green beans steamed in your lint trap.
So we've got your surf, we've got your turf, but now, where's the veg? We want to make a complete meal using every element of our laundry room, right? So why not have some veg on the side, some green beans? And the thought occurred to me, if we're using every element of a laundry room, well then, why not use a steamer? You steam vegetables, you steam your clothes. You know, same thing, same general principle, using the power of helicopters.
Man, I love recording outside when my neighbors are doing construction and there's helicopters flying overhead. Anyway,
let me try. What's using the power of helicopters?
Steam works to prepare both your laundry and your food in a similar way. In clothing, hot steamy vapor heats up the fabric to loosen hydrogen bonds, keeping the fibers in a particular configuration. Outside MatPat, you want to take over the rest?
I'm not mad or anything, helicopters. I'm just disappointed.
Thank goodness 99% of our episodes are voiceover. Anyway, food largely works the same way. Vegetables in particular have a high water content, and tough plant cell walls which give them that crispy crunch. So hitting them with steam causes the outer cell wall to start breaking down and the water inside to heat up, disrupting cell walls from the inside. The result you get is a soft cooked vegetable.
Is this gonna work? I don't know. It should. It's basically the same thing. Hot steam just airing up. This is a slam dunk, right? Right? Nod with me, camera. This is a slam dunk, right? See, camera disagrees.
I'm watching you, camera.
Of course, we're gonna put them up onto our lint filter here, our lint trap. Spread them out a little bit. And even though I could stand here and steam them, we've actually hooked it up a little bit, this ridiculous concoction. But here it is right there. So we're gonna set it up to steam. And then from there, all you have to do is fill up the tank with water. We've actually gone one step further though, filled it up with water and a little bit of white wine so we can flavor it while we steam. Also, it's been a long shooting day and Matt was feeling a little boozy. Ain't that right, Matt? He agrees.
At that point, all we had to do was load up the boozy concoction and wait for the steamer to do the rest.
And then we wait. We wait for the magic to happen.
Emphasis on wait.
Wait for the magic. Magic. It's any second now.
It just shows that he doesn't use his machine much.
Boom! Just like
Boom.
I said.
Let me try. Boom!
Easy peasy.
Admittedly, I got a bit hungry while we were waiting.
This is
At this note, never eat green beans that are not properly cooked. It's bad for you. If you're, like, to be honest, if your stomach cannot take it, it's bad for you.
Bench is killing me.
Yeah, if your stomach cannot take it,
Also
it's bad
green
for you.
beans. Surprisingly good.
Eventually, we figured out that our steamer's hose was tangled, so after a bit of a readjustment, we were off to the races.
Oh, there it is. Oh, there we go, boy. Let's go! Look at that.
Go figure, when the tubes weren't twisted, it worked. Now, normally it takes 5 to 7 minutes to steam green beans. Ours took 45. It could have been faster, but basically we let it run through the whole tank. And while it may not have been efficient, it was delicious.
Oh, they're so soft, fully cooked, delicious, and with a hint of the white wine mixed in there. It's great. It's exactly like you would have a steamed green bean coming out of the kitchen. Except, you know, you did it on your ironing board with your laundry steamer, because this is YouTube, and that's what you do to get the clicks. It was great. Surf, turf, veg. Now all that's left is dessert.
So we headed back over to the dryer to check on the tumble cycle. Just as a quick recap on how the whole thing works, ice cream is made by freezing milk and sugar while also getting air into it. That's why you have to churn it, or in our case, tumble dry it. We surrounded the milk with ice as well as salt, which helps to super cool the temperature of the milk even more, encouraging it to turn into the dessert of champions. But when we opened the dryer, let's just say the process didn't go as smoothly as some of the other food products that we've had today.
So without any further ado, friends, time to check on our butter and ice cream. Do we have delicious dairy-based desserts made in a dryer? Or we don't have that?
No.
Are we gonna milk it for views? Are we gonna milk it for views? I mean, regardless of what's in here, we're gonna do that, so.
So technically speaking, a farm for content, right? Right?
Magical dryer, you haven't let me down yet. Let's see.
First to come out was the butter, and the results were shocking.
Oh, hey!
Wait, did that work? Hold up, this looks solid. It's solid in there.
Oh, no, there's totally solid stuff in here.
Oh.
Oh, yes! There's a big lump of butter in each of these.
There-
No way!
It had taken 3 dryer cycles of 40 minutes each, but we had done it. We had churned butter inside of a dryer.
They gave me a knife to open this up.
What are you gonna saber it? Like a champagne bottle?
Yeah.
Yeah, warning, don't do this at home. Please, it's dangerous if you are not trained. Yeah.
Oh!
Again!
I almost decapitated it. Oh! Oh, yeah, look at that! I can't believe it's butter!
There's a baguette on the
What is
counter.
butter?
Is it okay if I grab a piece of baguette? Okay, wait.
This worked! It churned the butter! Yes!
Wait, I have a piece of bread.
Yes, load it up!
Okay, wait. Oh, it's so nice and spreadable too. Oh, Land O'Lakes, eat your heart out.
Butter! Made inside of a dryer. Dink.
Dink. Boop. It's great.
It's butter.
It's great butter, actually.
It's great.
It's really good. I would recommend.
Dryer, you're my best friend. Dryer, I love you. How are you the best cooking appliance? Where have you been all my life?
Where have you been all my life?
Just relegated to warming up clothes?
That love of dryer, however, would be short-lived. It was time to pull out the ice cream.
Yeah, there's a backpack. A concerningly moist backpack.
Oh no. It's still
no.
leaky. Oh, it's
no.
big time leaky.
Oh,
and it's
oh,
super
no.
drippy.
Oh,
no.
Oh man.
Oh,
No, I've got a punctured bag, a soaked backpack, and
no.
0 ice cream.
It turned out that the bags had leaked. We had triple bagged this thing, and yet the constant flipping and tumbling of the ice cubes had punctured the bag, causing everything to spill out.
It's not even pudding. We didn't even get to a sorbet.
No, it didn't do anything.
No, it's just milk. We just have very well shaken milk, but not a milkshake, unfortunately.
In theory, in food theory, it should have
In theory, in food theory.
worked. I might need to regroup for this one. I am not giving this one up, because if I can make ice cream inside of a dryer, I will figure out a way to do it. We made butter in a dryer. We made scallops in a washer. We made steak using an iron. We can make ice cream in a dryer. I just gotta brainstorm.
Right? How do we do this? And it's your
Green
favorite
needle.
also.
Oh! Brainstorm and green needle. The controversy. Oh gosh. Do you remember?
Need to brainstorm green needle. Did I say
I got that
brainstorm?
meme.
Did I say green
I
needle?
got
You don't
that.
know. You don't know. Unless I put those words up on screen. You have no idea what I'm saying.
Thanks, 2017.
Well, cleaning up the
How about that?
dryer is gonna give me plenty of time to think through it, so.
It's very wet in there.
Okay, suffice it to say, a lot of issues with that one. Maybe because, making ice cream in a hot dryer isn't what you'd call intuitive. So we tried again to address the failures of our past, and yet again we failed. More bags and more ice only resulted in more disappointment. But you know what? I'm stubborn. I wasn't about to quit until I had myself a nice creamy dessert.
The two problems that we're having though is not enough movement of the ice around the cream and also the leakage stuff. So we've refined our technique and put it all inside of this jar. This should be the final solution. If not, I guess I gotta give up, call it a day. So,
And hopefully it works. It works.
what we're gonna do is basically the exact same thing we've been doing. Open the plastic jar. Open the plastic jar.
Protected by a heavy-duty plastic jar, there was no way this puppy was gonna fail, right? Right?
Right.
Oh,
Right.
what have we done?
Wrong.
Oh no, this is bad. Oh, this is so bad. There's no more ice. Where'd all the ice go?
Closer inspection started to provide some answers.
So the lid shattered, the ice has mysteriously disappeared somewhere in there. I'm sure the dryer's doing just fine. But the question I have, and the only thing that matters, is did we make ice cream? The only thing that matters is did we make ice cream?
Take two. Come on.
First thing that matters is can I open this jar?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have ice cream?
Hopefully yes. Hopefully don't know.
It's foamy.
Okay.
Foamy
Milk.
cold milk cream.
Ah.
Man, Curse you, dessert! 3 rounds in and still nothing.
So close.
Why is it so hard to make ice cream in a dryer? Ask a stupid question, get a stupid answer. I have been denied the sweetest taste of them all. The sweet taste of victory.
Just because I was so eager for dessert, for round 3, I had even gone so far as to make whipped cream. And believe it or not, that one managed to work.
Let's see if the whipped cream turned out at least. I love it. Can you tell that I just like doing this at this point? It makes me feel really cool. Okay, let's see. Now, see, that holds up. Yeah, it's great. It is like the coolest of Cool Whip. Everybody grab a spoon and do the Cool Whip. So I have whipped cream.
Uh-huh.
I have nothing to put it on though. Maybe I'll throw it on the steak.
Are you sure about that?
Oh!
My pity cream.
In total, after a long, long day of cooking, we were left with 5 wins and 1 loss. Steak, scallops, green beans, butter, and whipped cream all wins. The only loss was the ice cream, sadly. And that left us with one final task, plating our culinary masterpiece.
We have our turf, we have our surf, we have our side of edge, we have our little garnish slash thing to make everything taste a little bit better in the form of our butter. And we also have our dessert. As much as that worked out for us.
It's fine.
You how you are, you just have to say that you're fine and you're not really fine.
So now,
Yeah, don't cry. Don't cry. I'm sorry.
let's just make it look beautiful. These are steamed green beans. Obviously, they've been steamed. We also have them infused with some of the white wine that we mixed into the steamer.
Fresh off the steamer.
But I also have a little bit of garlic and oil in here, which didn't need any sort of preparation.
Should we add a little butter?
Absolutely, we should add some of that butter.
This butter actually genuinely looks fantastic. Whoops. I think we're gonna bloop. I think we're gonna hold it onto it after this and try and like use it on things like toast. I would totally put this on.
Oh, no,
here.
I mean-
There's lots of butter. We're just gonna Julia Child this thing.
It's butter, man. It's beautiful butter.
And look, those green beans have 0 wrinkles. It worked so well.
Right? Oh my gosh, steam the wrinkles
They're just
right out. It's incredible.
Really straight.
We've also got our sous vide scallops straight out of the washer that we then seared with our iron.
You know what goes with scallops? More butter.
Oh, yes, all the butter. We should have wrapped them in bacon.
Ooh, next time.
What? Next time? What?
Next time it's laundry day.
We were even getting creative with our garnish. Can you use a lint trap as a grater? Turns out no.
No. Nah.
No, I think you're just rubbing lemon. I think you're just rubbing lemon on his. I think our lint is just gonna smell really lemony fresh now.
Yeah, it's not doing anything.
It smells. Well, I can't say that it smells great after everything else that's been in that dryer, actually. But now it smells bad with a hint of lemon.
Well, that was a failed experiment. And speaking of failed experiments, ice cream. Let's plate up our dessert, shall we? So,
This is like, yeah, ice cream. Oh, come on.
so here's our ice cream,
It's a milkshake, but not a milkshake.
but we can top it off with a beautiful dollop of our whipped cream.
Oh, it's going right on the milk.
Oh,
Oh, beautiful dollop of
Okay.
whipped cream.
That
right
looks
there.
great. This is
Look at it. It's butter, but it's not butter. It's ice cream, but it's not ice cream. It's like,
Well, I know.
the Michelins are going to be calling us to give us a star any day now.
I understand your skepticism, Stephanie, which is why we add just a little bit.
a bit.
It's a Sunday soup. So sad.
Delicious.
All in all, things tasted great and looked passable. And that's not too shabby when you consider that it was all made in the laundry room.
So, Stephanie, to conclude today's episode, I'm curious, what are your final thoughts on cooking an entire meal in your laundry room?
I thought this experiment was one of the most shocking things we've ever done on Food Theory. Shocking not for how silly it was. This one goes for most shocking in the sense that it worked. It worked really well. This looks So good. I think there's a world where you could feed this to people who were like sort of unsuspecting and they might not be able to tell.
So there
Yep. Case in point, what to the back to the original purpose of this video, trying to impress Gordon Ramsay, Chef Gordon Ramsay.
you have it, friends. A totally legitimate multi-course meal cooked in the laundry room, which only begs the question, why bother having a kitchen?
Instead of that whole like stove setup over there, look at that, that thing's massive. No one needs that. Just a washer dryer and all the clothes and all the food come through here. And if we need to cook some chicken, I guess there's always the air fryer.
Yeah, exactly. So, air fryer. What could we do to replace an air fryer?
Oh man. The furnace.
Here we come! If you hear fire trucks whizzing by in North Carolina, just know that they're rushing to our house, fishing chicken nuggets out of our burning radiator. But hey, that's just a theory. A food theory. Bon appetit. Why did I go for a second bite of this?
Why? I know. If you threw a potato in there for long enough, like would you get a potato out on the, like a baked potato on the other side?
Did you get a baked potato?
There's always room for a sequel here.
No, this is already the sequel. We're not making this into a trilogy.
I just love it that they are so incredibly creative about it, you know. I want to see the meme at the back. Sorry.
Why did I go food theory? Hey, that's just a
Just when your theory becomes reality. Oh! Congrats! Well, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you find this video quite interesting to watch. If you do like this video, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel and comment down below if you have anything to share with us. Don't forget to follow my channel. I hope to see you in my next video. But hey, that's just a theory. A food theory. Bon appetit. Thank you. And I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye bye. Subscribe. Thank you. Food theory becomes food reality.